Welcome to the official Budhole podcast, bringing you movies, video games, and randomness in between. Now bringing your hosts, Scott, the Great Brandino, Gage's Rage, and Star Lamar.
GD, that jazz music gets you going.
Is that you on the sax there, Gage?
Yeah, playing.
Is that you on the horns, huh?
That's Gage on the sax, baby.
God, sexy sax man.
Big sax.
Yes, it was fun recording that the other night.
Tyler, turn Tyler down. He's louder than shit right now. Look at that.
That's
what we
He's
don't
spiking
want.
off the charts.
All right, Tyler, let's hear you talk.
I wasn't yelling.
Yeah.
Is that better? I'm spiking.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you're yelling, brother. You're looking good now, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You always look good,
I
though.
got excited off of his sexy sax man.
Better known as Gage's Rage, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Got the curls to match, too.
Got it going.
So we're here to talk today about the movie review.
It's a movie review.
It was picked by Star Lamar.
It was my first time picking a movie that I had never seen before.
Ooh.
Went out of my comfort zone. I didn't go for the oldies, but goodies. Picked a new one. Wasn't a new movie. 2014 is when it came out, called Creep.
And that's exactly what it was. It was Creep.
It was a creep. Yeah.
This is episode 151, for those of you wondering.
Is it really?
151, yep.
I thought it was 148.
Well,
This is going to be
out of
dropping
order.
out of order because we're recording this before we have a special guest on for the podcast before this, who we're not going to mention.
And
'cause
hopefully
everybody will
they
know by
already
then.
listen. Yeah, they
Yeah.
already know.
So are we doing 4 episodes tonight then?
I don't know. Let's see how the timing lays out. I really don't know how the girls' game is, how long that's going to go. The game that's going to be going to YouTube.
Gage is excited. He loves food games.
So there's going to be a game getting posted to YouTube coming up in the future here after we get all the video edited and everything, which takes a while.
Is it going to be after this or before this?
The video won't be on YouTube for a couple weeks probably. Editing takes a long ass time with that shit. Plus, we're not like none of us are editing whizzes. We're learning.
No, yeah,
We're learning
on the job.
So it'll be a little bit, but there's going to be a video going to. I wish we knew what we were going to call it.
What the hell is it even?
It's Mystery Box.
Game.
The Mystery Box game, pretty much.
It's got to be better than Brandon's cornbread.
Or the Budhole eating challenge.
Fuck you. All right, my cornbread was dry. It was gross, but I made it.
You made it in a desert in Sahara.
Listen, it was expired by about 3 years. Okay? I didn't think that box food goes bad. Guess what? Newsflash.
It does.
It does. Anyways, it's essentially, I think there's going to be a box, and you're going to walk up to the box, and left side has one thing, right side has another. One's good, one's bad. You grab it, and you have to do it. So you either eat it or you drink it. I'm not 100%
Yep,
sure.
that's exactly what it is. From basically the girls, yeah, it's going to be something you eat or drink, but you're going to have a 50-50 chance of picking something good, something bad. If you pick something good, you get a point. If you pick something bad, you don't get the point. Person with the most points wins at the end, and there is punishments for the losers. I don't know what those are, though.
No, God!
Is it bad?
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's actually a live look.
That's
on
Gage. Yeah,
Yes.
that's how he's feeling right now.
That was my air bubbles.
Is it bad like bad jelly beans or bad Skittles, those zombie Skittles like that? Just something that's going to taste gross? Or is it bad like cauliflower? Because I probably equally wouldn't want to eat either of them.
No, it's
Really?
It's you're not going to enjoy the bad.
The bad jelly beans or cauliflower, those are equal for you, huh?
Yeah, well, like the grass jelly beans aren't that bad.
Dog puke.
Barf.
Semen.
I've never
I
had
would
the
like to
semen
try
jelly
the semen
bellies.
jelly bean.
You'd like to try that?
I mean,
Actually,
All right. Well,
where's it at?
anybody got any jelly beans? I'll be back in 5.
You mean gelatin?
I'm pretty sure that you just made up your own semen jelly beans. And that's what you're referencing, because those are not in the Harry Potter.
It's got
Really?
a hint of pineapple.
Yeah.
Who left the semen jelly beans on my sock the other night?
Brandon's just eating.
I
these
bought some from a
semen
guy
jelly
in a
beans.
back alley, and he's like, "Here, try these jelly beans. They're all different flavors. Some
Happy
are semen,
Easter.
Some taste like poop. Some are normal."
These
I was
taste
like, "Okay."
really, really cummy.
It's just like Eastern European jizz. What this tastes like.
You
kind
know
of
your
like
you know your regions, huh?
You know, like the Swiss chocolate rolls. It's kind of like that Swiss taste, but it's obviously semen.
A little milky?
I thought the Swiss is because they were
Milky
spiraled.
Cocoa Puff.
Never mind. Let's continue.
So back
We're
to the
here
movie.
For a reason. Yeah,
It's a
it's
movie review, not semen jelly
I,
beans.
I picked a nice short one.
Thank you.
It had 2 people in it in the entirety of the film. It was a dude named Aaron
There was only 2 people.
and a dude named
I'm trying to think.
Joe.
Did anybody
Joseph?
happen to look up the budget for this movie, like how much it cost? To
I'm
make
sure it was very small
it? Okay, I'm too. I'm just curious
Yeah.
what it was.
because I think it was filmed. And they wanted it to make it seem like it was filmed with phones and personal home cameras, like it was found footage.
Which it was very much so that.
Seemed
Just
like it.
Just in case people are wondering, I'm going to give the quick synopsis, being we have it. Aaron answers an online ad and drives to a stranger's house to film him for the day. The man wants to make a movie for his unborn child, but his requests become more bizarre as the day goes along. That's the name of the Creep, the movie from 2014, not 2002. Is that the one Brandon found? Which
I
Brandon
thought it was
probably watched them both.
2004, and probably what I just wasn't reading close enough. It was
So-
probably 2014.
So did you watch the 2004 one?
I think so.
Oh, so
That's
you
the one we're
watched-
talking about today, right?
No.
It's got
All right.
Michael C. Hall in it
Yeah, no, you definitely watched the wrong movie. So
and Jennifer Aniston.
Nope, you watched the wrong movie. Star Lamar, continue
I
on.
probably won't have great takes this episode.
So even when you think that the movie is innocent, it still feels creepy. He basically explains that he has beat cancer once. It came back. It's terminal. His wife is pregnant, and he saw a documentary about a guy who made a video blog for his unborn child to kind of show him who his dad was. So that's where you think he's going with it. The first scene, though, is a bath scene. He says, I want him to give him his first bath time. And he's acting like he's holding the kid. And it's really creepy and disturbing. And that's when you know, like, this guy's off.
Doesn't he call it like bub time or it was some
Tub
goof-
time, something like
Tub-
that.
Yeah, bub
it
tub.
was weird.
My dad used to do tub time with me, so I want to do tub time with my kid.
That is so creepy.
There's
Fits.
multiple creepy things happen.
That's
and
true. But
he's trying to
just so
leave.
disturbing.
He convinces him to stay, wants to get drunk with him. Says he's going to give him money. He has this windfall of money, and he wants to share it with him. The guy just wants to leave. He can't find his keys. Ends up drugging Joe and steals his phone and tries to call his wife, who's actually his sister,
Yep.
and says, you need to tell me where you are. You need to get out of there. There's something wrong with my brother. And so that kind of cuts from that to him waiting in the basement for him, wearing a wolf's mask.
Well, you skipped over the most uncomfortable part of that whole movie.
Which is that?
It's learning about Peach Fuzz. Peach Fuzz was the wolf mask. And Aaron found it in the basement. And then he explained it as it was something that his dad did when they were a kid. It looks scary, but it's supposed to be not scary. It's the friendly wolf. And he's like dancing around in it and singing a song and all that jazz, right?
Yeah.
Then the most uncomfortable part.
Then Aaron's like, I have to go. I'm trying to leave. I'm going to go. And he's like, can I tell you something off camera? So he sets the camera down and it's all black, but you can
Still
hear
the
what
audio.
he's saying. And he's like, so my internet was slow. And I got a recommendation to clear my internet history to speed my internet back up. And when I went to go clear it and I got home, it was all animal porn. And I was like, it's only my wife and I that use the internet. So when I looked at that, I knew I wasn't watching animal porn. And I confronted her on it, and we got into a big fight. So we decided a while later to go on vacation to our cabin home here, and I told her I had to leave for work, but instead I went into town, and I bought a wolf mask, and that's what Peach Fuzz was. And I broke into the house while she was sleeping, and I tied her up, and we had ravaged love.
Yeah, what's so wrong about that?
He raped his
his
own
wife.
wife.
In a wolf mask.
Yeah,
it was the
that's right.
happiest he had ever seen her.
And she
But
never talked about it
And never
again.
talked about it again. But we do learn that everything that comes out of his mouth is bullshit.
Absolutely.
It was actually his sister.
Yeah. And
Well,
he probably
based on
didn't
the
actually
rest
do
of
that.
his mouth, you could assume that. I guess.
Well,
based
no,
on the rest
because
of the things he says.
The cabin didn't even exist. It was a rental that he just used to lure Aaron there.
Airbnb.
Yeah. So everything that's coming out of his mouth, they separate. He gets his car towed, and he starts to get things in the mail from Joseph. No return address, nothing like that. It starts off with a video of him just digging, I believe, was the only thing that was really on the video.
He
Couple
drug
garbage bags.
heavy garbage bags up the hill and then just dug. And it was not good for him.
No.
It was terrible for him to dig a hole. I've dug
Definitely.
holes before, and you're not going to dig very fast doing that.
He's an actor, not a digger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then second video. What? Sorry. Let me collect myself.
All right.
Second video.
They didn't go on a construction site and ask
No,
the
they
guy where the
didn't.
fuck where do you dig the holes?
How to use a shovel. It was an apology. It was a knife and a stuffed wolf and another DVD
And a
that
locket?
said, well, that not yet.
Oh, shit.
That was the surprise. He's watching the DVD and he said, you probably found the first two gifts. No, it was the DVD and the knife. He said you probably found the first two gifts, but keep digging and you'll find the third, which was the wolf. And then throughout the video, he apologized and said he only sent him that crazy video because he had been drugged. And now it was tit for tat and they're even and they're best friends and he would like to move on. So he sent him a knife and a wolf and said, you should kill this wolf and let all your anger out. I saw murder in your eyes that day while we were there. You need to let your anger out on this wolf. He does as much, not with the knife, but just with his hands, and finds a locket inside with a picture of Joe and a picture that Joe took of Aaron when he wasn't looking. Super creepy. He calls the police, tries to file a restraining order. They have no information on him, so he can't really do anything.
He didn't even bring the evidence in, though. They just, wrote it off. And it's like, if I got that stuff, I'd be going down to the police station. I'd be sleeping there.
He's having nightmares. He can't sleep. He's super creeped out. Doesn't know if this guy's just obsessed with him, what's going on. Is he a lover?
Mm-hmm.
Does he want to, do the nasty or something like that? So there's one night he hears sounds going on outside. He thinks he's there, sets the camera down on the bed, which is a weird move. I understand it for the movie. Why don't you just bring that with you, though? Why just set it down at the door? Joe's there. Joe's watching.
Through the door.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Which I don't know if Aaron kept that video, because that you think would be evidence, and then have his face on it at least. Because I don't think anything else.
But Aaron wasn't very smart.
Didn't see it. No.
You learned about, he talked to Joe's sister, and she said, get out of there. And instead of pretending like everything was cool and just getting the hell out of there, he, tried to help out Joe. And it's like, get the fuck out of there, leave. When he was getting those videos, because he got the video from Joe. So she had Joe's face on video of digging that hole. You could have brought that to the police. Bring it there. When the noise happens in your house, don't walk out down the street, leave your door unlocked, and go looking for the guy in some back alley with no help and no lights.
Horror movie cliches.
Yeah, it was,
that scene was full of them. Yeah.
All of them.
It's like everything he did was a mistake.
Third and final video that he gets is Joe's mad. Joe's a bit angry. He went through his trash and he found the locket. And this video, we'll tell you, the screen was ripped apart and he just shoved the CD through the screen. So he was at his house, right by his bed. That was the window that he put the disc in. He's mad. He's angry. But there's kind of a little bit of a redemption in him during this. He kind of comes clean about some things. Possibly comes clean about some things. We still don't know. He says he's just lonely. He just needs a friend. He's never really had friends before, so he pretends things, and he makes up all these stories. And Aaron's the only real friend he's ever had. And he's going to be at the pond at 11:30 on Saturday if they want to just talk about it. Try to figure things out. He doesn't want to be a stalker anymore. And Aaron is an idiot. He goes.
Alone.
But he records.
Sets up his camera.
He's got 911 on speed dial, because that's going to help.
Which, yeah.
So he goes and he sits at this bench, staring out over the lake, and no view from behind him. What type of... Okay, idiot. Idiot move. Here's a chainsaw in the background. Turns around, he looks. Nothing. It was just some random guy cutting down a tree in his yard or something. And then it was like 30 seconds to a minute. Joe's like standing behind him, slowly creeping up.
Trench coat.
He's very, very sneaky. People underestimate his sneakiness.
I guess so.
What's the sense, like you get that sixth sense and
Someone's
even
watching
just
you?
even just looking at you? What's the sense when someone's walking up from behind you?
The seventh sense.
No. Like, where is the sense there? I hate scary movies that just have stupid people. Period. Like,
For me,
they don't do predictable things.
The
I don't
shadow.
like that.
the shadow that Joe is casting as he creeps up behind Aaron.
That doesn't concern him at all. It's
You
probably
see
nothing.
a flickering shadow on your back, on your bench, on your feet.
Anything. You're
Yeah,
on
you
edge
He
already.
was
And you don't do
whipping
anything
a
about
axe
it?
around too.
Yeah, to drop that axe
He had
down.
to bring it up over his head.
was
He's not a
thinking-
very strong man. He's not built like us, like three of the four of us. You know,
Yeah, Gage.
Like 75% of the butthole.
he's not built like that. He has to really swing that axe around to get it over his head.
Kind of like one of us.
And
A full momentum.
he murders Aaron.
Oh,
I don't want to.
sad.
Yeah, not to jump off topic here, but we did have an axing contest at your old house one time. Trying to chop some logs. Just saying.
Oh, weird.
I
Just
don't
saying.
remember that.
They make a newer thing,
Just saying.
Brandon says
You just
not to
put
get
the
off
logs
topic,
in
but
it.
let's get off topic.
and you like hit it with a sledgehammer and it does it.
Seems, you know what,
For
Brandon?
what?
It's a
Hammer
little-
slogging.
No, it's a log splitter.
Oh,
But you put it in and you like size it up, and then you can hit it even with the regular hammer at the top, but it'll split it.
Oh, dope.
Pretty nifty thing.
sounds expensive and not something that I would have.
I just think it's affordable. We'll
Really?
bud plug it later
All
if
right.
it is affordable.
No,
Doesn't
this is
sound
weird.
comfortable.
It kind of seems like Brandon's trying to establish how masculine he is by going back to that story.
He is wearing a flannel right now. I'll
Yeah,
give him
I'm
that.
the only lumberjack here right now.
I mean, mine's Carhartt, but
Whatever.
Whatever.
Anyways.
Whatever.
I digress. So,
We learn a little bit more of backstory, Joe. He is recording himself watching the murder.
and he loves him.
Yeah, he realizes, you know why he didn't turn around? He knew why he didn't turn around. Because he wanted to let Joe do it for Joe, because Joe needed that. He didn't want to fight. He wanted just to let him have it. So he's his favorite person. You're my favorite one, he says. And after he says, you're my favorite one, he goes to a closet, and there's hundreds of VHS/DVDs with names on them.
Like a bookshelf full of books.
It's kind of a cool ending. I like the ending. Like
set
that-
it up for a second one, right?
Yeah. But I like
Which
the
is
little
on
twist.
Netflix.
Yep.
I noticed.
And when did that one come out?
17?
So 3 years later?
I saw
think-
the cast of that one was a little bit bigger than just two people. So.
Okay.
Yeah, 17.
And I did a quick Google search. I don't know if it was pertaining to Creep, but I saw a number of $7 million for production.
You don't know if it was pertaining to Creep?
The synopsis of the movie.
Oh, if you go to IMDb, they'll tell you.
Synopses.
synopsis.
Symbolize.
Symboles.
Symboli.
So, I don't know. I thought the movie was pretty slow.
Very
It
slow.
didn't move along very fast for an hour and 17 minutes, and how uncomfortable it was. I felt like I was there for 3 hours and 17 minutes. It was a little long for me for how slow it moved.
It really started to heat up when they were drugging the whiskey. And then when the filmer Aaron swapped drinks or made Joe his drink and he was drugged, I was like, ooh, here's the twist. Aaron's the creep. And Joe was set up to look like the creep the whole time, but really, Aaron's about to fuck him or rape him or something. And then it just totally went to crazy town.
He heard the story about Peach Fuzz and it just got him going.
I was trying to think ahead of the game,
Yeah.
and it didn't go that way.
And there's not really twists. That's kind of exactly what you would expect.
The creep is a creep.
Definitely was. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm going to give it a 5.4.
That's
Oh,
a decent
we're getting
rating.
into our review scores.
I'll throw mine out there, 5.9. I kind of floated around the 6 range.
Yeah, and I'm kind of close to you. I was going to give it a 6-1. I think it was good. It intrigued me enough to want to watch the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree it was slow, but I think that was meant to be slow. A slow burn, just uncomfortable feeling for an hour and 17 minutes. They didn't want to pace it at all. They just wanted you to feel bad for an hour and 17 minutes. Feel weird. But not great. Horror movies typically aren't, in my opinion.
Would you give a gauge?
You're at a 6-1?
6-1.
5.9 for me.
And I'm at an even 6. So it got a 5.85 from the Budhole. And from IMDb, I think it gets a 6.3. So
It does. So it's really not that far off.
We're right around there, like always.
Yeah. Better critic reviews than user reviews for that movie.
It's called Creep. It's supposed to be creepy, and that's what it was. It made you uncomfortable. But I didn't like how predictable it was, and honestly, with these types of movies, especially horror movies, I can't stand the people that go out there and do the predictable horror movie stuff.
Yeah, I hate
Run
that.
outside and forget their keys on the counter, or...
Walk into rooms without turning fucking lights on.
Yeah.
Like, as an electrician, nothing drives me fucking bonkers. More than that.
I'm not an electrician, and there's not a single dark room that I walk into without turning on the light.
Even when I know nobody's
He
there.
doesn't even have to be an electrician to do it.
Yeah.
See?
It's
Groundbreaking.
just common sense. Dark room, there might be something creepy as fuck. Let's turn the lights on. At least then we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, so just the cliche stuff about the movies like that, they drive me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me feel like I would survive a terror attack like that, a horror attack like that. In reality, the person probably wouldn't toy with you that long and would just kill you right away. So maybe I wouldn't. I would.
You wouldn't be his favorite.
No, I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
I definitely would. I'd fight back.
He's lonely.
I'd scare him back, though.
Mm.
I'd
Well-
pull out Peach Fuzz.
Next up for the movie reviews, Brandino. You're picking the next movie.
I am picking the next movie since it is October and we're going to get one more in before Halloween on our reviews. I Googled scary movies
No.
on Netflix.
Uh-oh.
And Get In came up. It is filmed in 2019 and it sounds like it's a spin-off of
Get Out.
no, it's called like Fury, I think is what it was. It's a French movie, I think is what Star said.
Okay.
On their return from vacation, Paul and his family find their house occupied by disturbing squatters. So it sounds like there's...
When we were
creepy
looking
people.
for creepy movies last week, Star and I had to pick one that was on there. We were looking at that.
And I think Fury is the original title of this movie. It is a foreign film.
So then this is the Americanized version?
You're probably going to have to read. I do believe it's subtitles.
Okay. Well, there it is. Get In is
Hey,
the movie.
Whoever
long is
said
it,
the
Brandon?
butthole isn't cultured?
It's 2 hours and 27
We're watching French film now.
We're going to read for 2.5
2.5 hours of reading.
I'm just kidding. It's like an hour 37, but still.
Doable. What language? French? Spanish?
So I've watched movies or TV shows. The Rain. It's based in Germany, and that's the original, but they do American voiceovers in the movie. So I
They
think we
dub
might
it?
have that.
I
Yep.
can't watch shows like that. What's the really good show that's out right now? Dark? That's
Yeah.
the show that's voiced over where they put the American voice over the, what is it, British accent or British?
I don't think it's British because why would they dub English?
German?
Over English?
Yeah.
Okay, well, my fucking IQ just showed. German? We'll go with German. Russian. It's
What the
Russian.
fuck do they mean when they say fish and chips?
Russian.
What is it?
I
Doesn't
can't
it
do
mean?
that, though. When the lips don't match up with
fried
the
walleye
words
and
being
french
spoken,
fries.
It's
it sucks.
frustrating. It's
You
frustrating.
guys got to watch an anime or two.
But do you like it dubbed or would you rather read?
Always dubs.
Well, I think if you go and look at Brandon's
What?
search history, there's plenty of anime. in there.
Oh, don't look at my search history. I like
Animal
animals.
porn.
Yeah.
Tentacles.
What's that? The
Seven Deadly Sins?
ninja tournament one.
American
Naruto?
Ninja
Mortal
Warrior?
Kombat.
No, from back in the day. It's a TV show where they're trying to run an obstacle course.
American Ninja Warrior.
No, and it's all overdubbed.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
No, it's like
No.
Dragon Ball
MTC
Z.
or something or
Extreme.
Oh!
Yeah.
XCC. Oh, Extreme. What the fuck is it? XPC?
PC.
EXC. EXC.
Is that what it is?
Extreme Contact. Oh, what the fuck? It's EXC, I'm pretty sure. The old show on Spike. Like a Japanese game show that was dubbed over in English with Aaron Blankenship. Or no. Rod Blankenship. What was his name? I know what you're seeing. MXC.
MXC, Most Extreme
Extreme
Challenge.
God damn.
That was all dubbed over, and I remember watching that all the time.
That's a
Yeah,
classic
so
dub.
But
funny.
that dub was not what they were actually saying.
No,
was it?
not even
Yeah.
close.
But
It-
the
it
dub
was
is
fake
fucking
dubbed, yeah.
hilarious.
They just made up
They
words.
did not care, and it was hilarious.
This contest is going to be men who live in their grandma's basement.
God,
Just the most scrawniest little dudes they could find. MXC.
MXE, great show. I gotta find that. I should watch someone. 2003 to present is what it says.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're still going.
God, that's banger. Anyways, watch Get In.
Get in. Netflix.
Yeah, leading up
original?
to the Budhole movie review, watch Get In. Netflix, I don't know if it's an original or not, but it's definitely there.
All right, and with that,
Go jerk off.
Bye. Check out our website, www.officialbutthole.com. We're on all socials at officialbutthole. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Music, and we'll see you next time.